Hello friends, how are you? So we welcome all of you to our another insightful session on the project management of large infrastructure project. In this session, we have provided theory. However, our book PM Saga is going to cover more on the case studies and the practical aspects. It shall cover the details in templates. We appreciate your continued engagement and support in our new endeavor. One of my friends asked me why are you doing this? Why are you spending so much time on this? So I would like to tell you that whenever we are reading a book, we are adopting 10%. And when we hear, we adopt 20%. And when we see, we adopt 30%. And when we are watching a video, we are adopting 50%. And when we discussed, do the brainstorming, we adopt 70%. However, when you are teaching to someone, you are adopting 95%. So my main reason is not how many likes are coming, how many these things are coming. Main is my own learning. And next is whatever I am learning, I am distributing to the society. That's my achievement. And YouTube is the best way to sharpen our knowledge. Okay, actually learning is the one which we will never lose in our life, and it will further increase if we share. We shall be starting another steel technology coaching also online. There we will be discussing on the new steel technologies coming up in the market. However, this part we will start only once we have the complete team intact. Like those are going to contribute on this. You can share your email. You can put me in the comment, and once we make a complete team, then we will start this. So we are inviting all of you to enhance your learning, our learning, and others' learning. Okay, going ahead, in case of steel technology, when we were discussing, there are many steel technologies are coming up now. Those are under development, like Electra. Electra is a chemical analysis of iron. Fe, which is of say around 35% plus. So the lower Fe of 35% can also be utilized and convert to a pure iron with a say at 60 degrees centigrade. And usually we know the steel manufacturing, it is always about 1250 degrees centigrade. So here it is getting converted to pure metal at 60 degrees centigrade. There are so many other technologies are also coming. You must be knowing about them, like melting of iron ore, crushing and melting. And for melting, they are not using the coke or something, some kind of fuel. They are using the electrolysis program. They are using electricity only for that. So we will be discussing on all the new steel technologies for slag refining, solid waste management, etc. Let's discuss. We can have one separate online program on that. We can make a team, and then we'll go ahead jointly on this program. You all know that every Sunday at 12 noon, we are having a Q&A session. In the Q&A session, we got many queries, many questions we discussed. So with the time, say another after 1 or 2 sessions, we'll deliberate one session only on the Q&A. Actually, one of my friend asked why don't you start training on the PMP, project management program? And basically he is appearing for PMI certification. So I thought it's a good idea. I also did my project management study from George Washington University. So it will be helpful. Anyway, our journey is to share practical experience here, which we learned and details we have written to cover in the book from the real world mega projects. Okay, your feedback and participation really motivate us to bring valuable content that enhance understanding and efficiency in infrastructure development. Today we will be proceeding towards the winding up of our human resource series. In this series, we have already covered the different organogram, different organization structure like greenfield projects, brownfield projects, small project, and all those. So as we all know that a well-defined organogram ensures clarity in responsibilities, and enhances the coordination and drives project success. Understanding the function of various roles within a project management team is essential for seamless execution and optimal performance. We shall cover the responsibility of like site project head, program manager, project manager, quality manager, safety manager, contract manager, procurement manager, civil, many like utilities, electrical, instrumentation, stores, etc. I'm calling them manager. However, it could be head or lead, designation doesn't matter at all. Anyway, going ahead, let's start on the responsibility of a site project head. Site project head is mainly responsible like for project assessment and its estimation. In this, basically, he is responsible to evaluate the project cost and coordinate with the idea evaluation team and decide on the key technologies. Project planning. In case of project planning, he basically plan the timelines, budget, create an organization chart, how many teams he need and what kind of people he need at what time. Like if it's a project of say 3 years program, then what kind of team he need in the first month, second month, third month, even up to 36 months. That kind of detailed planning is done. And next comes to like finalization of the contracts with the contractors and suppliers, ensures efficient resource allocation. So all this is done in that section. And project execution. So basically in the project execution, site project head monitors the progress and ensures the process adherence, leads risk assessment and manages the changes, coordinates sub-project to maintain timeline and cost, ensures safety, compliance and e-permit procedures. So coming next, like he is responsible for project knowledge and documentation. He is responsible for monitoring and reporting. He is responsible for the project closure. So he prepares and presents the project closeout report. He closes with all the stakeholders and then hand over the project. So that's in brief about the project responsibility of a site project head. Now we are discussing the responsibility of the project manager. Project manager is like you all know, he is responsible for project planning. He is responsible for the project execution. And in the execution part, basically he ensures compliance with the client project management, implement risk mitigation strategies, etc., and analyzes the cost, time, overruns, and reports to the site project head. So these are the responsibility basically what project manager is taking. However, we have discussed his responsibility in more detail in our previous sections, so I will not be going in again on this kind of thing. So like he is responsible for knowledge management, he is responsible for the financial oversight, he is responsible for project reviews and MIS, and like this are the major responsibility of the project manager. Now let's coming next on that. Responsibility of the quality and safety head. Quality and safety head is responsible for quality planning, quality assurance, and on the screen you can have the detailed list which we have worked out. You can put the screen on the pause mode and can go through the complete responsibility chart. It includes like quality planning, quality assurance, etc. And now let's come on the responsibility of health, safety and environment. So in case of health, safety and environment, he is mainly responsible to establish the procedure for HSE compliance. He ensures adherence to safety regulation at the project site. He develops and enforces the project safety manual. He approves the project specific deviation from HSE guidelines. He conducts the site surveys to ensure safe work practices, compliances with the health and safety standards, adequate welfare and first aid facilities. He coordinates with the statutory bodies, certification agencies and consultants. Basically, this is always a doubt in an organization, like who will coordinate, for what kind of certification and etc. So basically all these are the responsibility of the safety head. Anyway, going ahead, the key responsibility of contract head in managing the contracts effectively. Basically, he is responsible for the contract preparation. Contract team reviews and analyze the tender documents for risk clarifications and exceptions. He develops the risk mitigation strategies from the contractual perspective. Basically, contract manager need to ensure there is a complete commercial contract summary, like the project head need to ensure that there is a complete technical summary, so that in spite of referring to the big TS at the time of need, he can refer which clause in that described format. And we have already developed certain software for this. Once the time will come, we'll have a complete session on those software. Anyway, he mainly drafts the general special conditions of contract and ensures legal validation. Participates in tendering and negotiations, providing commercial insights. He advises on local tax laws and standardized contract terms and rates. Basically, contracts and claims monitoring is also one of the major responsibility of a contract head. Basically, he guides the project team on contract administration, including change orders. He supports the project manager in negotiation and contract discussion. Understanding contract and operations contractors to resolve all these contractual claims effectively is the responsibility of a contract head. Monitoring insurance requirement and ensure policy renewals, etc. Analyze and approve contractor claims based on the detailed review, etc. are the responsibility of a contract head. A contract head plays a critical role in ensuring smooth contract execution. If you are still with us and you like this program, then we'll request all of you to like and share and subscribe for more similar insightful programs. Anyway, going ahead, we are going to discuss the key responsibility of procurement planning in a project management. Basically, the procurement planning head acts as the single point of contact for procurement related activities. Understand project execution strategies and develop a procurement plan accordingly. Analyze procurement timeline to ensure material availability. And the central sourcing. Basically, the central sourcing work with the central procurement to explore material and manpower synergies. Support strategic sourcing initiative for the projects. He provides updates on procurement issue and status to the project management. He is responsible for the follow-up and coordination. He leads a team of buyers and coordinators to manage the procurement. He liaises with the category lead buyers for accurate procurement timelines. Basically, if you see in a project, everybody is bouncing upon the project head. But everything is not the responsibility of the project head. The responsibility is distributed with the different heads. If everyone will own its own responsibility, there is no project which will be delayed, or there is no project where there will be a cost overrun. However, we all know we belong to the project industry, and every project, whatever we are seeing, there is a time lapse, there is a time increase, or there is a cash increase. Either capex has increased or the timeline has increased. If timeline has increased, that's for sure your capex is going to increase, because time cost you are never going to manage. We talked about follow-up and coordination. We talked about that he is leading a team of buyers and coordinators to manage the procurement. He liaises with the category lead buyers for accurate procurement timelines. He works closely with the indenters, stores, and contract team. He ensures timely material delivery as per the project schedule. Additional responsibility what a procurement head is having, like he shares project updates with the procurement planning teams. He provides procurement related MIS reports to the project management. Friends, as the time is not permitting me to go ahead on this video further, so basically actually I am traveling in this whole week, and whenever I will get a time I will start and record the further video. But for this weekend, excuse me, consider this as part 1 for this, and in the part 2 we'll cover more detail about the responsibilities whatever are remaining, and in the part 2 we will try to cover few of the questions which people have asked us and how can we help the big project industry to resolve their problems in this field. Thanks a lot. Thank you everyone. Thank you.